What's going on, Algebra Bros? It's Mr. C here, and in this video, I'm going to help you find the domain of a function. In this case, our function is f of x equals the square root of 5x minus 20. Let me remind you of two things that we want to avoid when it comes to finding the domain of a function, or two things to avoid with regard to the domain of a function, I should say. We want to avoid number one, division by zero, and then number two, any negative numbers inside of an even index radical. So symbolically, I'm just going to write this as the square root of any sort of negative number, just to keep things simple. So if you look at condition one, there's actually no possibility of dividing by zero since x is not in any denominator whatsoever in the function f of x equals square root of 5x minus 20. But we are seeing an even index radical, in other words, a square root symbol. So it's possible that we might have some values of x that make the inside a negative number. So long story short, when you come across a radical such as this, which is the design of your function, the easiest thing to do is just take a peek at what's on the inside, in this case 5x minus 20, and to make sure that this always comes out to be positive, it could also equal 0 since it's a square root of 0, we make an inequality. We're going to say 5x minus 20 is greater than or equal to 0. And we'll go ahead and solve this, and that'll tell us what values of x are actually valid to plug into this function. So I'm going to go ahead and add the 20 over, divide each side by 5. This tells us that the only x values we can use are all of those that are greater than or equal to 4. So if you have any values of x that are less than 4, those are not allowed to be plugged into the function. So it does want our answer in interval notation, so I'm going to draft a number line. I'll put a tick mark at 4 since that's what we're comparing x to. And greater than or equal to 4 means that we'll shade to the right of 4 all the way down to positive infinity. And because of the bar underneath the inequality symbol, we can include the 4, and we'll indicate that with a bracket. So in interval notation, the domain for this function is bracket 4, comma, infinity. And that's how we take care of finding the domain of this particular function. Let me know if you have any questions about what was discussed in it. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching. Thank you.